All right, I'm no stranger to covering espionage here on the channel, but usually it's someone like China or North Korea or Russia that's hacking in and stealing a bunch of secrets. But today I just saw a headline of two Silicon Valley giants that are going after each other because one found a spy working at their company from one of their biggest competitors. They found them by using a honeypot to trick them into revealing themselves. And then when confronted with a court order, the spy locked himself in a bathroom. The honeypot was also designed in such a way to implicate the actual leaders of the other company. So the spy wasn't acting on his own. Within an hour of the honeypot trap being set, the leaders implicated themselves and the spy revealed themselves. And the victim here is suing the other company. So we get a front row seat to this entire investigation. So who am I talking about? I'm talking about Rippling and Deel. You should be familiar, but if you're not, these are like giants in the SaaS HR payroll hiring space. They're like modern competitors to incumbents like Workday. But here you go, you got a tweet from the CEO, Parker Conrad of Rippling saying, hey, we are suing Deel because we just found a spy that they placed in our company. The story's got me hyped. I can't believe we have so much detail into this insider threat investigation. I've been part of a lot of investigations like this. I've run investigations like this. And generally, the companies that find insider threats want to sweep this stuff under the rug. Rippling's gone a different route, and they are going through and dragging Deel publicly due to this. This just came out a few hours ago. But what tipped them off was that apparently the security team at Rippling noticed that one of their employees was searching all of their corporate systems for Deel, sometimes up to 23 times a day. Or I'm sorry, that's on average. So not up to 23 times a day, sometimes more than that. Parker's gone and attached the court complaint, which gives us full-on play-by-play of how they found this person and how they set this whole honey trap up. They're saying Deel, a global multi-billion-dollar technology company, I looked, they're valued at about $12 billion. Both Deel and Rippling are headquartered in San Francisco. They're calling it a deliberate attack over 4 months designed to steal and weaponize critical competitive data. They're targeting customers and like leads and pipeline. They were stealing pricing proposals and customer retention information. They were competing over recruiting. So they were actually using insider information to poach employees from Rippling. And they used insider information as part of their PR function to distort negative press cycles. I will say this is all alleged. This is going on in court right now. So like, don't come at me. Alleged information, but this is really cool. The part that they're really honing in on here is that this seems to be directed from the absolute highest of Deel's leadership, including the chairman of the board and chief financial officer. Here, I'll read this exact part. The investigation revealed that Deel's spy used Rippling systems to spy on Deel's own customers who were discussing a switch away from Deel. The spy searched the term Deel in Rippling systems on average of 23 times a day over 4 months. So here you go. They outlined just one single day of the spy's activities from February in 2025, just a few weeks ago, revealed hundreds of details of companies requesting information from Rippling, notes from the salespeople that they were taking on those accounts. And they said, this is just one single day. These activities were repeated nearly every single day for over 4 months. All right, but I got to get to this paragraph right here that talks about the honeypot that they set up to figure out that not only this person was a spy, but that they were receiving direction from Deel's leadership. So they did this by setting up a Decoy Slack channel in Rippling. They said Rippling knew that Deel was most likely to activate its spy if faced with potentially damaging press. And indeed, that's exactly why the spy revealed themselves. So Rippling's general counsel, who is my idol in this, that their head lawyer signed off on this whole operation and the public sharing of this whole operation. I love this head of general counsel. So Rippling's general counsel sent a legal letter to Deel's senior leadership identifying a recently established Slack channel called D-Defactors, in which, in that letter they wrote, Rippling employees were discussing information that Deel would find embarrassing if made public. But in reality, this was a fake Decoy channel. It was not used by any Rippling employees and contained no discussions at all. They made sure it had never been searched for, that word had never been searched for by anyone or the alleged suspected spy. That letter was only sent to 3 people, Deel's chairman and chief financial officer and general counsel, this guy Philippe, Deel's head of US legal, Spiros, and Deel's outside counsel. They kept this tight, so neither that letter being sent or this Slack channel was known to anyone outside of this general counsel's circle. And yet, just hours after the letter was sent, the spy searched D-Defactors in Slack to find that Slack channel. All right, and now here's the even crazier part. when the spy was confronted with this whole situation with proof at their offices, Rippling's offices in Dublin, a court-appointed independent solicitor came to serve him papers. Here you go. Faced with the choice between providing his cell phone for examination pursuant to the court order or going to jail for not complying, the spy chose the latter. In fact, he lied about where his phone was and locked himself in the bathroom. They said seemingly in order to delete evidence from his phone. All the while, the independent solicitor repeatedly warned him not to delete materials from his device and that his noncompliance was breaching the court order. And the spy responded with, from inside the bathroom, I'm guessing they're having this conversation through a locked bathroom door, "I'm willing to take that risk." And then he fled the premises. All right, we even have screenshots of the letter that they sent in this honeypot with like fake Slack messages and everything. So they said March 3rd, they sent the letter to everyone I named earlier. It said Rippling's letter included a screenshot of a Slack message from its chief revenue officer, Matt Plank, referencing the D-Defectors, the fake channel, along with 3 points which were all believed to be true but redacted for dramatic effect. The screenshot in reference to D-Defectors was intended to indicate to Deel that Rippling had a Slack channel for ex-Deel employees now employed by Rippling, where they shared embarrassing information about Deel, and that channel contained information which would cause negative press if revealed. And then here you go, a screenshot of the letter that got sent to Deel with a screenshot of Matt Plank saying, hey, just crazy things in D-Defectors channel. And this is like a redacted Slack message from the CRO, Matt Plank. This was all late on March 3rd. And then here you have a screenshot, presumably pulled by the IT or security team at Rippling, of the search history of the presumed spy, which all of a sudden started rapidly searching for Matt Plank, D-Defector, and Defector. And they actually accessed the D-Defectors channel 5 times that same day. They go on to say they looked at his entire previous search history, and this person never searched the word defectors before this, and then obviously never searched D-Defectors. The results of Rippling's honeypot operation left no doubt Deel's senior leadership or those closest to them were directing DS, I guess this is the spy's actions in furtherance of Deel's business and interest to harm Rippling and its customers. I mean, it's hard to look any worse for Deel on this. I'm expecting hundreds of millions of dollars in damages, if not some serious legal consequences for the leadership over there, and not to mention the spy themselves. Like I said at the start of the video, we're used to this stuff coming from China or whatever, and then there's really no legal discourse whatsoever. But 2 San Francisco-based companies going at each other with some seemingly documented proof of some corporate espionage. I don't know, is Deel cooked? The other thing that I would be worried about here if I was working for anyone in this ecosystem, is this Deel's only spy? Rippling is not Deel's only competitor. If I was Workday's security team, I would be having a real long internal chat to try to figure out some insider threat situation. Obviously, this is all still working its way through the courts, and everything I said today is like alleged and not proved, but that's some pretty damning evidence. I'll keep an eye on this one. I'll keep you updated. Please hit all those YouTube buttons down below as I'm getting this new channel off the ground. Like, subscribe, share with your mom, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. Follow for more cybersecurity news.